What's up everyone, how's it going? In this game we have coRe as our orange HRE player spawning in the northwest of Hidden Valley, and in the southeast we have Artie as our purple Dali Sultante. Both of these players are absolutely amazing. They're both top 40, top 45, let's just say top 50 because I'm not 100% sure, but I know they're top 50 for sure. There's no way that they aren't, considering how damn good they are. Double scout opener for HRE right off the bat. A little strange on this map, but at the same time, I'm okay with it. It's a little out of the ordinary simply because there aren't that many sheep here. But at the same time, there aren't that many sheep here. So if you're able to steal as many as you can with your double scout, that pays off. I think there's only a total of like 12 sheep on this freaking map, I swear, and I always go the wrong way. Not gonna lie, the other day I played a game. As I've said before, I have an account that's my Byzantine only, where all I do is Grand Winery 2TC play. Hasn't been going very well. But anyways, I spawned right here where coRe is. I went down, I checked everything, the entire side of the map. I didn't get a single freaking sheep, right? And as I came over here to the northern side, and it was a Byzantine mirror as well, as soon as I came over here to the northern side of the map, the enemy scout was already here picking up the sheep. I think and he did go for a 2TC, a 2 scout opener. It set me so far behind that I didn't have any wood left, because I go for a 2 mining camp opener, one on stone, one on gold, and there goes all my wood, right? Like, I don't have any more wood. I had 12 villagers on food, no more sheep left, and I was forced to long distance gather from, it was my deer that spawned right here. By the time I was able to age up, my opponent already aged up with Imperial Hippodrome, had 2 horsemen out, and it was just game over. Like, I couldn't do anything after that. Like, I got so starved out because he went for the double scout opener. It is insane if it works. In this case, it didn't really work out too well for coRe. He still got a decent amount. I think I counted like 4 sheep. Okay, no, he's gotten 7 total from the eastern side, another one, so he has a total of 8. But Artie was able to pick up a huge majority of the sheep that were on the western side. It doesn't look like there's any left. I would really love for the devs to implement more things into the observer UI, like sheep, for instance. I would absolutely love to see where the sheep are, instead of having to waste everybody's time scouting around, see if there's any left. The wolves don't really make too big of a difference. Don't really care where the wolves are. But if there's any remaining sheep, anything like that, or just so we could see pathings, I would absolutely love to see more sheep. We do have the Aachen Chapel about to get finished up right on top of the deer for coRe. Dome of the Faith for Artie. Ooh. A little bit of harass. Punches the villager right in the face for 1 whole damage. The scholar's gonna pop out. Oh no, I can't remember if the scholar spawns outside or inside. Wait, do you still get scholars with Dome of the Faith? No, you don't get any free scholars with Dome of the Faith. We do have Wheelbarrow finishing up for Artie. Keep in mind that Dali Sultante do not pay for any of their upgrades. They don't pay any resources whatsoever. It's their eco bonus, I guess you could say. Everything that they get for free, this villager is going to come out and be able to snipe off that sheep. And coRe is sad. So instead of paying resources for it, they pay with time. But the time does get reduced with the more scholars you have garrisoned inside of mosques, the Dome of the Faith, What else was there? Mosques, Dome of the Faith, madrasas, and there's, I think it's compound as well. Yeah, I think it's the compound. And whatever's the whatever the name of the Imperial Age one is too, I can't remember it right now. But towards the end of the game, you could potentially see Delhi with 20 scholars and their upgrades only taking about a minute. Like, it'll be standard time, a minute, but they're getting thousands of resources worth of upgrades for free, legitimately for free. Right here, you see him already queuing everything up. It's gonna take a little bit of time. 2, 4, 6, 8, so it'll be about 10 minutes before all of those upgrades come through, but the time will be getting reduced the more and more scholars you get out. And now we do see a couple scholars getting placed inside, or a single scholar getting placed inside of the single stables that we have out, or that Don Artie does have out. Ghazi Raider is gonna start its harass. Second TC coming down on the northeastern side of the map on top of the deer herd, on top of the herd of deer and the boar. That is gonna be a very, very safe boar right there. 8 villagers gonna go out and fully surround the boar. Stabby stab, stabby stab. coRe shouldn't lose a villager. Yeah, there's no way coRe would have lost a villager right there unless he was not paying attention. That is a very secure boar, very close to that TC as well. And at any point we could potentially see coRe move over with one of his scouts and start pushing in the deer as well, so they'll be nice, safe, tucked in under the town center. Archer range coming through now for coRe as well. He's going up to a 1-1, or 1 stable, 1 archery, and the first scholar is out in order to start securing up the sacred site. Excuse me, the second one. The first one's already grabbing the eastern one, the second is grabbing the western sacred site. Keep in mind, these players are freaking amazing. They are both very top tier players. Not much really to say at the moment. This is just, they're both going to be biding their time a little bit. Outpost coming up next to the second TC in order to secure more villagers, or garrison more villagers, get them nice, safe, tucked in. And an outpost over here at the gold. coRe does not want to be getting harassed off of his gold. He wants to go into the Castle Age as soon as he can. 15 military up and running though for Don Artie. Let's go with 8 because 7 of the military are scholars. There's 5 Ghazi Raiders, 3 archers, 2 more in queue for him at the moment. Already has +1 ranged armor. And we have siege engineering about halfway done. Passive gold will be coming through, trickling in from the sacred sites for Don Artie, our purple Delhi player. A little bit of a wall coming up as well to fully secure this sacred site from the archer. We're going to see how coRe responds to this. It's not like there's going to be any sacred victory anytime soon either, because he has to chop through all of this wood. Regnitz is coming down, 11 villagers total. Where are you? Oh, I do not like this placement. That is a very unsecure placement for the Regnitz. Not only that, but unless he doesn't plan on taking out the prelate from the Aachen Chapel, he does have 3 relics on this side. Maybe it'll work out, especially if he puts down probably 2 more sacred sites right here, or 2 more sacred sites. Imagine that, being able to create your own sacred sites. 2 more outposts, because he still has a lot of food right here. A big gold vein, a little gold vein back behind his Regnitz, and now the Ghazi Raiders are going to be coming through. They are going to see that the Regnitz is getting placed right here. What is that's a pretty decent reaction time from our HRE player. 1 villager does go down. coRe still hasn't really gathered much stone. He needs to get that up in order to start getting more emplacements in. Remember that HRE do get a bonus, or one of their civ bonus is cheaper emplacements, so he'll be able to start throwing on. Ooh, okay, so the emplacement has already went through on this outpost in particular. It is going to be arrow slits. I would love to see 2 more get placed though. He needs to keep this area safe. This is where his regnance is. This is where his anchor point on the eastern side will be. And and Don already knows that the sacred sites are on this side. Two relics have been picked up. One has already been placed down. The second relic is, where's the second relic at? The second relic has been placed inside the outpost over here by his gold that also has arrow slits. The arrow slit emplacement. One knight, a single knight is out for coRe against 12. Well, let's not count the scholars like we did it last time. 14 archers, 14 Ghazi raiders, and 2 rams. A 3rd ram is on its way. Even with emergency repair, fortification does come down. That is a 1700 HP outpost right there. Springald emplacement and fortification are coming through for the second outpost. 3rd outpost is coming up as well. He should be going for Springald emplacement on that as well as fortification pretty soon, and the attack is underway. There isn't that much military for coRe in order to hold this, so he's gonna attempt to hold this with nothing but outposts. Emergency repair could go off, but that's 3 rams on that tower. It will go down regardless. And how many? We have 10 scholars here as well that are just going to be able to full heal any of the units that take damage from those arrow slits, from those Springald emplacements. Springald emplacement isn't even done yet. The fortification has finished. The prelate's not going to be able to go over there and take that. Meanwhile, with those 10 scholars, he will be able to pick it up. Well, technically he won't be able to pick it up because he's still in feudal. He hasn't hit castle age quite yet. Springald emplacement on the 3rd outpost has finished up, but it's not going to do much. The army for our Delhi player is just way too big, and now one of the relics that he did pick up is just completely useless, dead on the floor. Springald 3rd outpost does go down, and this is gonna be GG. There's nothing that he could really do. His military production is over here as well. One of his stables, his barracks. He has another stable back home, 2 Lench Connect, 6 knights in total, and he has nothing back home. All his infrastructure was basically over here on the eastern side of the map. There's a lot of villagers that are potentially going to be going down as well. He's currently sitting on 49. Will be losing a few more right now, and a random Wololo does go off for coRe. This prelate is gonna go down. 11 military for coRe, 53 for Don Artie. 20 archers, 17 Ghazis, 15 scholars, 10 of which are over here. And now compound of the defender is going down for Don Artie to hit the castle age. Regnant's Cathedral is dead. Second TC is dead. Once that castle age comes through, these scholars are going to be able to pick up the straggler relic that is right there. He has free reign of 4 relics total. Oh, wait, how did you get through? Not entirely sure how this prelate got through, but he is there. He could just tuck this in the corner over here. There's a little bit of a gap right here. You could just hide it there so nobody would ever get it. But I don't think it's gonna make that big of a difference anyways. Full walls are coming down, so coRe isn't going to be able to move out anytime soon from there unless he decides to start burning it down. He has a little bit of an opening over here since there are only 2 archers guarding the west side. Villagers have moved out to the wood line, but that's it. All he has is 1 barracks, 1 stable. He doesn't have any relics now. Oh, excuse me, he does have 1 relic. I forgot about the one in this emplacement. He's cut off from his big gold, from his little gold. He has a little gold over here with a big stone at least. but that's not gonna do much for him. The knights were attempting to get a little bit of a raid off. He was able to get a really good raid off there. 14 villager kills, 4 coRe, 18 for Don Artie. So a nice little counterattack right there. Some other knights are on the west side trying to break through the wall. It's gonna be a bit before they do. And a lot of upgrades coming through for Don Artie. He is missing out on... Okay, there they go. There we go. The scholars are coming back in order to get garrisoned. To reduce that... to reduce the upgrade time. Hardened spears are coming through as well. There's... I don't know. coRe is in a very difficult position right now. I'm not saying that it's not unwinnable. coRe is very, very good. So is Don Artie, though. This is going to be very difficult for coRe to win, considering how far behind he is now. Like I said earlier on, though, I did not like this Regnitz Cathedral placement at all. It should have been back home. He should have been just defending his home base, because right now he would have been sitting on three garrisoned or 3 relics inside of outposts back home. He had one here. He has this other one. He could have easily punched through this at any point in time to try to get the relic back home, but instead he placed it on the eastern side where it was wide open, extremely wide open. Military supplies, or just supply count in general. coRe sitting on 49 villagers, 13 military, 7 knights, 2 Lenschknecht, 2 prelates, and 2 men-at-arms, as where Don Artie has 42 villagers, 70 military, 19 archers, 19 scholars, 15 Gauzy raiders, 5... Oh, Palace of Swabia is coming down. Well, might as well at this point and just start printing out as many villagers as you can. I would have actually rather preferred the Ausbach just to be a little bit more defensive, but it is what it is. This is what coRe thinks he needs in order to win. But those military numbers for Don Artie are just absolutely... He has almost 7 times the military. 7 times the military size of coRe. 22 archers, 20 scholars, 15 Gauzy raiders, 9 spears, 10 crossbows, 3 ramps, 2 knights, and of course the scout. Wait, where's the... Oh, okay, he is moving the prelate. I think he's gonna go tuck it away somewhere. I've done that before on Cliffside, I think it was, against a Zushi player. I sent out my monk to the opposite side of the map, grab his safe relic when he was walling in, though. So by the time my monk got over there, grabbed the relic, and was trying to come back, it was fully walled off. So I just tucked him in the little corner. If I can't have it, nobody can have it. I would randomly pop him out to try to get some Wololos off. Villagers just scatter, and then I put him back in a little cubby. I loved it. It was fun. 3 relics for Don Artie plus 2 sacred sites. 1 relic for coRe. Second one on the opposite side of the map. Palace of Swabia is down. We're going to start seeing a lot of cannon emplacements coming through as well. First one is finishing up. We have another outpost. Nothing there though. And now the army is going to push through for Don Artie. 96 military to 14. I do not believe that coRe is gonna be able to handle this at all. Those Gauzy raiders do bonus damage against armored units as well. Keep that in mind. So against these knights and against the men-at-arms, they get that extra damage. There are only 3 rams here, 4th one on the way, so we'll see what our Dali player is going to do more. Oh, excuse me, there's a massive ball over here on the western side as well. Cannon emplacement, got a couple shots off, little incremental damage, not too much. Knights are jumping onto the rams in order to try to reduce the amount of damage that they do. 1 ram goes down, 2nd ram gets a little bit of damage put onto it, nothing too spectacular. And now core's been in a very devastating position this entire time, but even more so now. It looks like almost every single scholar has been pulled to just make sure the army is at full health. That is some range right there. Almost takes out 3 simultaneously. 1 does go down. The range on that is huge. Wait, there's a mangonel out, killing off a lot of the scholars alongside the cannon emplacement. It's gonna get another shot off. 4 scholars go down off of that 1 cannon emplacement. The Ghazi Raiders are going to dive on top of the mangonel. They will be able to get it. Oh, just barely before the villagers are able to get there to repair it. And the amount of damage being done by this cannon emplacement is insane, but it's just not enough. There's nowhere near enough military for coRe in order to be able to hold this. Nice mangonel shot, but it doesn't really matter with the amount of scholars that are here to heal up the entire army. More and more units are trickling in for our Delhi Sultanate player. Villagers are getting pulled in order to burn down the rams. Cannon emplacement still hasn't used, or excuse me, no emergency repair was used until now on that outpost. The cannon emplacement is doing a lot of damage, don't get me wrong, and it is kind of sandbagging the push a bit. Villagers get 1. Oh, they were only able to get 1, but a lot of villagers did die right there in the process of getting that ram. Second ram is very, very low, but there just isn't anything there. Nice mango shot from the back. Another one will be able to kill off the ram and a couple units. Second mango shot goes off, kills a couple of the archers. Mass repair going on onto the mango, still goes down. And I'm surprised that coRe is staying in here for so long. Or excuse me, no, yes, coRe. I thought I had my names confused. Don Artie is our purple ambassador, or purple Delhi player. It's 2 military to 53. I really wish that that we would get a kill count. GG gets called, and the game goes to our purple Delhi Sultanate player, Don Artie. I hope you guys enjoyed. I really appreciate you guys watching, and I hope to see you next time.